Hello, Earthlings. It's time to reset your cultural dial. Coming your way next on your favorite device, from the Hoosier State to all the ships at sea, it's the Crawfordsville Peachcast. And now, here's your second or third favorite Dave from Indiana, Dave Peach. Warning, other people named Dave may also appear.
Crawfordsville Peachcast. Thanks, CD. I'm Dave Peach.
I'm Dave Meyer.
Dave, it is so good to be. It seemed like we haven't done one of these in a long time.
It has been. It's the feeling like a month of Sundays, Dave.
But for the folks out there, they haven't missed a trick. I mean, we've been on every week.
We're always wherever you want us, if you want us.
Now, are you like one of these guys or gals that are into that Mandela Effect?
I don't. I'm not sure what that is, Dave.
Is it EFFECT? Mandela Effect. It's not affect. Is it affect or effect?
It would be an effect. An effect. Yes. E. I would say.
Because I think at one point I saw A with the Mandela Effect.
Dave, I feel like since I
have that's a Mandela Effect joke.
Right there. Oh, Dave! See?
Oh, my goodness.
Kids, I am so off. I was trying to Google this to please Dave.
Well, you and Dean, you throw me off because I'm doing a joke, and then you act like you didn't get the joke, and then I go, well, it was a joke, and then you go, well, we knew it was a joke. We were just joking with you, and I'm like,
I didn't know it was a joke.
Where does this end?
Not on that one, kids.
Where does this end?
I'm Googling Mandela Effect.
Yeah. Well, I think you did that earlier. No, I'm just kidding. Well, one of them for me, and your mind and your eyes play tricks on you, and it goes along. Did I thank CD?
Yes, you did.
Thanks,
you
CD.
Did. Yeah.
This is season 5. This is an untoasted episode. This is 1984's Streets of Fire, an American action crime film. It's number 92 in our series, Streets of Fire.
Okay.
Now, a couple of things here. One, I've seen this guy in a lot of things. Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. He looks like he's 12 years old in this movie.
Yeah, it's
was he rapidly aged as a human? Did he go on a rapidly aged thing where all of a sudden he went from looking like he was 20 to
right. I mean, if you
55.
The thing is, the first time I think this may have been one of the first times he was in a movie like this. The first time I ever remember seeing him in a movie was Platoon. He was one of the leads in Platoon. But he has an interesting wardrobe choices in this movie.
Yeah.
Because at some point I thought
his skin is so smooth.
Oh, it is white.
Life, his skin was not very smooth.
Dave,
or it's not, or I guess he's still alive. Yeah.
How about the waterproof vinyl black overall look without a shirt?
That was nice. There's a lot of things.
It looked like he was wearing a truss of some sort, Dave.
Streets of Fire. Now you auditioned for the Torchy Dancer part, didn't you? And you didn't quite. It was between you. I think you got down to the final.
It was me and the woman who got the job.
No, it was a guy. I think
it was a guy. Was it a guy?
Dancer. I hope it was a guy. I don't know. I don't know. The Torchy Dancer guy.
I thought it was a woman, Dave.
Okay,
so there's our first.
Mandela.
So, folks, is that a preview of what we think of the movie? No, I was out for a Torchy Dancer, but I wasn't tall enough.
Oh, gotcha. Now, this is Streets of Fire. It was. Let's see. No, that wasn't it. It stars Diane Lane as Ellen Aim.
Ellen Aim, yes.
This is another Walter Hill movie, Hill Gordon Silver production, 1984. Willem Dafoe. It's not William Dafoe. It's Willem.
Yes.
Dafoe. This movie, I think my nose is whistling there.
Okay.
This movie, it's good. You hear that a lot on podcasts. 14.5 million budget. It made 8.1 million. Streets of Fire, 1984. Michael Paré, Tom Cody. We will meet you at movie number 100 when we do Eddie and the Cruisers.
Yes.
That's going to be movie number 100, Eddie and the Cruisers. Michael Paré was in that movie as well.
I'm sure he's been in else, but these are the two things that I know him for.
This is a rock and roll fable.
Yeah.
Another time, another place. And as we start, we can go down the cast here, but when I think about this movie in 1984 and figuring, I did the math, I was 23 when this movie came out.
Oh, you were just a baby, Dave.
I know. And for some reason, it was a different universe. I mean, I was up with 16 Candles, Molly Ringwald. I was up with Judd Nelson and everybody in Breakfast Club. But this one must have played at a different theater or something, and I never did get onto this one.
Yeah, no, that is honestly part of its. I came upon it later, and the reason it had this allure to me, one, I knew about it from the Dan Hartman song, "Working in Radio." Okay, I knew.
Dream About You. One of the dead Dans. One of the dead Dans.
One of the dead Dans. So I knew about it, but I never had any connection other than that song, which, anyway, it's not really connected to the movie in any sort of way.
And Dan Hartman is not in the movie.
No, he's not. In fact, the movie is portrayed by like a vocal group is doing the song, and yeah, he's not in it. But the thing that got to me, Dave, is the poster, because it's got a really artistic movie poster. And I love the poster. So I actually bought one of the movie posters. And because this is not a famous movie, Dave, it was not expensive.
You bought the poster?
I have the movie poster.
I think that's just what Dave said. I think Dave said that the dead Dans, in case you're wondering.
Give me the whole list, Dave.
Dan's, oh my goodness.
It's been a tough.
Dan Hill's still alive.
Dan Hill's still, that's good to know. Sometimes when we touch, he's not going to be cold, Dave.
Let's see. Dan Fogelberg dead at 56.
Yeah, it took me. He was one of my favorite Dans.
Dan Seals, England Dan and John Ford Coley, 61.
Ah, man, Dave, that's not a long one.
Dan Peake, I believe he was in the group America.
Yes.
I believe. Dan Peake, 60.
Soldier, no name.
Dan Hamilton of Hamilton, Joe Frank and Reynolds, 42.
Oh, man, Dave.
And Dan Hartman, 53.
Wow. The sweet spot Dans. For those Dans is
the dead Dans. Yeah. And I've got it written down in my first journal. So there we go. Just in case I need to
folks, another edition of Dans. Dave's Public-Private Journal.
Yes, Dead Dans. Let's see. Rick Moranis was in this movie. Billy Fish, Deborah Van Valkenburg, Reva Cody. Now, she starred in Too Close for Comfort with Ted Knight and Nancy Dussault, and I believe her name was Lydia Cornell.
Okay.
And Lydia was one of those, I don't know if you can put these up in your locker anymore, these 2x3 posters of a girl in a bathing suit. Remember those? Remember Farrah Fawcett Majors and
I do, Dave.
Christy Brinkley?
Yes. Yep.
You could put posters of women up in your locker back in the 80s and 70s.
It signaled that you were a good athlete.
Yeah, that's right. Richard Lawson, not Richard Dawson, is Officer Ed Price. Bill Paxton, Clyde the bartender.
Dave,
Bill
gets beat up.
Lester of the Sorrells. But you got to go back to Bill Paxton.
No. I would have. I mean, I was surprised. Oh, there's Bill Paxton, and he's like kind of a character, but not really. And then he gets beat up, and then we see him later.
We're talking about Streets of Fire. This is it's back-to-back Walter Hill, I believe.
That's just, I recommended, but they came out of the gun that way.
And we did another Walter Hill I forget what that one. Oh, Extreme Prejudice.
Extreme Prejudice, yes.
Thank you very much. Okay,
this was my Walter Hill decade.
Now there are guys and gals on the internet, and what they do is they fashion themselves as pop culture know-it-alls.
No, we don't fashion ourselves well.
And they got graphics, and they got, they show clips and do all this stuff and twirl things around. I mean, it's amazing what they do, and God bless them. But we're just two guys with an iPad and a phone, and we're not. We got tin cups and string that we're
just trying. A couple of small town kids, Indiana.
Yeah, we're just trying. But I did read a little bit about this movie, and I heard this. I think there were like about 4,322 people that had this on their podcast on a YouTube channel.
Wow.
Amy Madigan, McCoy. Dave, did you find out the tidbit about Amy Madigan's McCoy character?
I believe the tidbit you are referring to is that she originally was supposed to read for the Ellen Aim character. She wasn't going to get that, and so she talked them into this kind of sidekick, McCoy, who was supposed to be a man, I believe.
You're right. You're onto the right. Yeah, exactly.
She talked him into making it into a woman and making her the person.
Amy Madigan was born in Chicago. She went to Marquette.
Okay.
She's 75 currently. Now, here's the deal about Amy Madigan. She was nominated for an Academy Award in 1985 for Twice in a Lifetime.
Okay.
85. Okay.
85, long time ago.
In 2025, Amy Madigan won an Academy Award for Weapons, and she played Aunt Gladys. I believe that's how that worked out. Are you familiar with the?
I am
movie?
familiar.
Okay.
I will say this. I'm not familiar with the movie, but I do know that Amy Madigan played a character wearing glasses and that she looks like somebody.
And she is married to?
I believe one of the prettiest bald men that we know here on the planet, Dave.
That would be Ed Harris, and they're still married.
Yeah, that's God love.
They did lose their home in the 2025 Palisades fire. That's not a good thing.
No, I'm hoping they were insured, but it could have been difficult.
Interesting power couple there. Kind of like that one couple. I'd have to go back to, what was it? What was that one movie we did? The indie, not Find Me Guilty. Your movie. About making a movie.
Making a movie.
Not Almost Famous. I think I've got it. I think I've got it in this book. We'll get there. We're going to get there. Not Fast Break. I think it's or The Last Picture Show. No.
That sounds right.
Living in Oblivion. Dermot Mulroney.
Yes.
He was married to Catherine Keener of that move for a while there.
Okay, so, I did not know that.
If you follow that, well, we talked about it. You don't remember?
Who's still with us?
Amy Madigan and Ed Harris. Amy Madigan is in the movie as McCoy, and as Dave mentioned, it was going to be a guy. It ended up being a girl, and I think it really worked out in the movie to have her as a girl.
Yeah, it makes it more interesting. If I was just another guy character there, it wouldn't have been as interesting.
So this is a rock and roll fable, Another Time, Another Place. The musical score by Ry Cooder. Again, Ry showing that he can do a Western and he can do a Streets of Fire movie. And again, you kind of, what did we answer the question on why we didn't absorb this movie like Ali Sheedy and was the one Demi Moore, Rob Lowe, and was the other guy Emilio Estevez and all that? Why didn't we absorb this movie? Why didn't this movie come into the rotation, as they say?
Right. No, it does structurally look like, because they tried to make it this Another Place, Another Time. It looks like this art-directed kind of 1950s. Part of it was shot in Chicago with the elevated trains. Most of the movie takes place at night. So it had a very stylistic thing. It had music. In my mind, it's just the story. It's not enough of a story. It was supposed to be the first of like 3 stories about this character, Tom Cody. And it really the story's not strong enough. Like there's some moments to the movie Like Willem Dafoe seems like a pretty scary bad guy. But part of the problem, I think, is this movie is that to take it like it seems like it doesn't work as well enough in this almost like comic strip kind of play, because they don't really, like, there's a lot of shooting, but nobody gets killed. And even in the end, when there's this big scene after a kidnapping, they basically have this fight with the big hammers. And again, nobody dies. So it feels just kind of contrived and not, the story's not, you can have a contrived story, but if you love the characters and the story's clever, you follow along. And this just didn't have enough there to pull you through.
It was missing a little bit. And I'm trying to come up with, what they could have done. When you stack it up against a Breakfast Club,
right?
It just doesn't have that pull,
right?
And I don't know if it's the acting or what. And I know Diane Lane has a lot of fans, but it just didn't have quite the zing. Didn't have quite the zest. Now, they did make a point that there are no people in the movie over 30, which they kind of wore that as a badge of courage. Now, there were people in the movie that were over 30 years of age.
Yes.
But if you look, there were no parents, there were no teachers, this was like a complete.
There was, you're right. The authority figures, even the police, they were contemporaries of Tom Cody. And I mean, there's parts of this that are stylistically kind of cool. I like the kind of the art direction thing and those kind of transitions with the color and the neon world they kind of create. But again, those are all kind of style elements, and they don't hold a narrative together with any connection. I mean, what I've heard and read and in my kind of watching the movie and looking up, this movie has developed a cult following, and it has, people have found it over the years. And I can kind of see why you might be drawn to the idea of it, but I want to say it does not deserve really more than that. Right.
Well, let's start with some of the music, and you can tell you do not have to be Columbo, Barnaby Jones, Monk, Psych. Who else is out there? To figure out that the author of these songs did some work with Meatloaf and Bonnie Tyler, the late great Bonnie Tyler. Yeah.
Well, the backstory on the title too was they were trying to use a Springsteen song, which is not really Streets of Fire, a Springsteen song. It's not really an anthem. It's kind of a I don't know, almost a ballad for Springsteen. But then I think Springsteen saw a cut of the movie, Dave, and knew better. Bruce,
I guess I'm kind of confused. Ry Cooder, what did it says Ry Cooder did the musical score, but then the guy that wrote the songs had definitely, and I did not write his name down.
Jim Steinman. Jim Steinman wrote. He wrote the opening song, which is "Nowhere Fast," which is a cool opening scene with her, and then the end. It's "Tonight is what it means to be young," which is very much that in that Meatloaf anthem kind of song.
Diane Lane is not the singer.
No.
In the movie.
She's mouthing.
And there's kind of anonymous people that are the singers in the movie. So here we go. We have this singer, Ellen Aim. Ellen Aim, played by Diane Lane, and she is a singer that has a lot of following in this community.
Yes.
And everybody turns out to watch her perform. And in this rock and roll fable, she is carried off by a group of hooligans.
Yes, the bombers.
The bombers. And they kidnap her. And these guys kind of look like Sha Na Na members.
They do, Dave. Their hair is done very, very much, Dave.
And I did note that the credits on this movie run till 1547.
Wow. I wasn't there that long.
We have credits now. Let's see. Then we go, they end up, we find out a little bit about Michael Paré, who is Tom Cody. Tom Cody, kind of a brooding. I don't know what exactly. Do we find out why he's so broody? What is he?
He had left town and been in the military, and then he was kind of a loner. And she got word. That was his sister, So basically. Yeah,
his sister was the one on Too Close for Comfort, Deborah Van Valkenburg.
And Dave, her mouth, that's how I see her. And I go, oh, yes, I know who she is. She has an interesting mouth. Do you think about, Dave, I'll give you another interesting mouth. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Totally off topic, okay?
Yeah.
Kira Sedgwick, Dave.
Oh, my. What a mouth.
Yes.
What a mouth.
Let's get back to the movie. I'm sorry.
Michael Paré, Tom Cody says, I liked shooting the guns. He's talking about his military career. I liked shooting the guns, but I didn't win no medals.
Okay, Tom. So Tom was not promoted, is what he's saying, Dave.
And one of the people in the movie said, I don't think so, but anything's possible.
Yeah. Anything's possible. This movie had its own language, right?
And then the guy, I like this one. He brings in McCoy, and McCoy, and I do remember kind of when I was 23, 24, people would just come. You just find people, and then they just start,
hang out,
sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
There's Bill. He's sleeping on the couch. Well, what's Bill do? Oh, I don't know. And we were okay. We didn't have any problem with that. Or maybe
exactly.
She's sleeping on the. I know it's bothering her or anything like that. But his sister asked, "Sorry about that. Sorry about this. I've got this little cold or something like that. How come she's sleeping in the front room?"
Right.
She asked Tom Cody, and he goes, "I never thought about this response.
Okay.
Why don't you go ask her?"
Dave, that's almost a progressive response for 1984.
I love that. Why don't you go ask her?
Yeah, it's the best response, but that was what I expect.
Is Tom Cody trying to sound like Rambo, Rocky, that kind of thing?
It does have a little bit of that in there.
I'm kind of bitter about everything been going on.
Yeah. Dave, I got to say, Tom Paré had good chances. He had good chances.
We had guns and girl talk going on at the same time.
Lots of that.
Cody,
the battery.
So now here's the deal. In this movie, Michael Paré, I can't do it. I'm going to go find her. So Ellen Aim has been taken away.
Yes.
By the guys. And, Cody says, the guy Cody, not the sister Cody, says now he's going to go find Ellen Aim with Billy Fish and McCoy. Billy Fish is Rick Moranis, McCoy, the aforementioned Amy Madigan. So this trio goes to find Ellen. And they go to Torchy's, which, Dave, you say it's a girl, I say it's a guy. We had to buy the movie, so I probably will not be looking back, but let's just say this.
Okay, Dave.
This is not your father's biker bar.
No, it's not, Dave. I'm not sure how to really describe it, other than the bombers looked like they were very interested in the dancers. The blasters, who have the lead singer has kind of an interesting facial effect that I think it's maybe a nervous thing. But
one bad stud.
Yeah, he just kept saying one bad stud, Dave.
One bad stud. 2, 3, 7, 8. One bad stud.
Oh,
think I got the karaoke down on that one.
You did, Dave. It's a horn
One bad
section.
stud. I'm sitting in the living room, and I want to call my family. There's a song called "One Bad Stud" that's on TV right now. You want to come in and see it?
It's over and over. You can't miss it.
I'm getting. We're going to do it on our, the radio station I work at. We're going to do it on the podcast and talk about One Bad Stud. Let's see. And then somebody said, "Are we going to do it or are we going to talk about it?"
Yes. Oh, Dave.
So they go to Torchy's. They do get Ellen back.
They do.
We do go back to Torchy's for more live dancing at Not Your Father's Biker Bar.
No.
And we have then we have exploding motorcycles, which
right, a lot of those.
Let's see. We have a.
He likes to shoot motorcycles.
Bus brigade. They get on a bus.
Right.
Let's see. There's a brief resumption of the love affair. We should say that Diane Lane and Michael Paré, Ellen Aim, and Tom Cody did at one point were in a relationship. And
they had history.
They resumed that relationship at some point, very briefly.
Yes.
And we still have more movie to go after that.
Yeah, no, the Rick Moranis character is her boyfriend, but he's he's her manager more than her boyfriend, kind of. And for Rick Moranis, he was unpleasant the whole movie, Dave.
He was, and again, I was watching some of those people that do YouTube things and have all that stuff, and they said that he was really not liked.
Ooh, okay.
During the movie, he was being more of a comedian, and they didn't appreciate that.
Okay, not everybody was in on the joke. Didn't like Rick's.
Now there was some money involved as far as getting Ellen back. Rick Moranis,
right?
Billy Fish put up a certain amount of money, and Tom refuses the money, and then they resume their relationship. Yeah. In the rain. They start out in the rain. Then we have a cop caper. The cop, I don't know. The cop says something like he was going to take a bribe or something.
Yeah, kind of.
But then it didn't work out. Then we have the pickaxe fight.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Motorcycles galore.
Mm-hmm.
A very light complected Willem Dafoe bleeds.
Yes.
And then we get to a concert where the group sings "I Can Dream About You" from Dan Hartman.
We get that, and that's good.
But do they sing the Dan Hartman version, or is that the Dan Hartman version and they're lip syncing it, or
they're lip syncing it, and they cut it up. It's not a full version, I'd say, in the movie.
Now there was another girl that was in it. Her name is Elizabeth Daly, and she was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Am I correct there?
I think yes, familiar.
Yeah. So, and that's we had the ex-soldiers versus the bombers. As you mentioned, this was to be a trilogy called The Adventures of Tom Cody. It was dropped because of the critical and commercial performance of the movie. Not everybody gets to 200 plus episodes on their podcast, Dave.
No, Dave.
Not everybody does.
Not everybody gets that second shot in the box.
But Paré and Deborah Van Valkenburg did make an unofficial sequel, Road to Hell, in 2008.
Wow, I saw that.
And as you mentioned, this was filmed in Chicago and LA, and they say nobody in the movie was over 30 as far as the cast. And again, I will go back to the fact it is Willem Dafoe, not William.
Yes, Dave. The only thing that we haven't mentioned, my favorite cameo in the movie, Ed Begley Jr.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yes, he was the weird guy that they came across going into the city. And he said to Rick Moranis, "You're dumb and you're short."
Okay, I got you.
Did you recognize Micheletti Williamson, or from Forrest Gump? He was Bubba.
Oh, I did not.
Yes. So
all sorts of Easter eggs in there.
All sorts of Easter eggs. Yeah. No, this movie, gosh, Dave.
I gotta say, let me just say this.
Yeah.
Can I say something, Sammy?
Please.
Can I say something, Sammy?
Can
I say something? It was when I watched it on a phone. Okay, it was not that good.
Yeah,
but when I went downstairs,
okay,
and I watched Diane Lane singing,
oh yeah,
on the big screen with some music or with the speakers and all that stuff, it was a lot better.
Oh yeah,
it was a lot better. I mean,
yeah,
it's not a good movie to watch on your phone with a little speaker. You do want to get the full musical effect or effect, Mandela Effect. Effect or affect?
I say effect.
Effect. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, because I would say, if there's, okay, what are the positives about the movie? The music. You know?
Yeah, if you like Diane Lane.
Yeah.
There you go. And she was very good in this movie.
Yeah, it's a simple story. It's too simple of a story. There's not enough. The characters in the story are not compelling enough for interest. But I'm trying to think of anything. Yeah, they talked about. Willem Dafoe. One of the critics basically said he was the best thing about the movie.
I did see that. Yeah.
I did see that. Yeah, I mean, they had the critical. It says this is like Walter Hill's bravura style gives this motorcycle musical fuel to burn. I thought, well, that's about as positive as you could get.
Well, we will say that Walter Hill did Long Riders, Extreme Prejudice, and this movie. That's some variety, man. Well,
so that we're probably not going to dip any further into Walter's catalog, Dave. I don't think.
Yeah, that's probably it. Next up, Dave, movie that maybe I saw, maybe I didn't. 1991, The Rocketeer. Who's in this one?
The Rocketeer, Dave. That is a great. I don't know. This was.
You picked it.
I know I did. Now, the reason I did, and this is in tribute to a guy I used to work with, a guy named J.D. Davis, and I will say this: he was a huge fan of this like adult comic book, I think, it was the first time Disney was going to do this character into a comic book movie. This is before, it's one of those, when we did comic book movies before the comic book movies got really big, I guess, or somewhere between Batman and Marvel is where this is. And anyway, I'm looking forward to it because I've never seen it. And
who's the lead?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
No idea.
Together.
I want to say that, I want to say Katie Holmes, and it's not her, Dave, is the female lead, because she would have been about 10.
There's people out there, they're on their phone, they're reading the entire cast.
The Rocketeer cast right now, Dave.
Irene Ryan and Zaza
all I know
Gabor.
Is that I believe it's a World War II related kind of thing. He wears a helmet, and I think he can fly if he wears the helmet. But I don't.
So this isn't like a jetpack Rocketeer.
I mean, it could be, Dave. You know what? It's been a while. I chose it out of this. I need to watch this movie because this guy, J.D. Davis, was excited about it. The movie's going to come back. I was working with him at the time, and he was buying all this memorabilia and stuff. Now, of course, the movie, the reason we're talking about it now and the reason that I don't remember it is because it didn't do very well. So
it's developed a cult following, right?
Yeah. And Dave, we're going to dip into that cult just a little bit.
How many times do you read the Wikipedia? I watch the movie. Now, I always watch our movies.
Yes.
I just watch them. Okay? I'm going to watch the movie. I don't want anything in my brain about the movie that I don't know already. Mm-hmm. So I'm watching the movie. Then when I read the Wikipedia thing, it didn't do very well at the box office. But since it has developed a cult following,
What does that mean? How do you, I guess there are probably ways, but I would say how many ways do you need before you become a cult following?
Yeah.
What's cult following? Dave, here's what we can do. You and what we should, yes, exactly. We are going to define what that should be. Can we do that, Dave?
Yeah. What is a cult following? I would say, see, in the old days, it would be something that they played on the midnight movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Rocky Shore. Yeah. There you go.
Or heavy metal.
Right.
You know, you go watch.
Or what was the Fritz the Cat?
If somebody is actually watching on YouTube, I'm looking at
Dave, can you get closer? I want to look up your nose.
I'm not going to look lost anymore. But
okay.
The cult following movies were at midnight at the Crump Theater or the Common Cinema.
Yes.
Watch those. But Rocketeer is next. Dave, always fun to talk movies.
My pleasure.
Diane Lane. We'll let everybody figure out the Torchy Dancer. Maybe
please check it out, and then write and tell us who's wrong. I guess.
Let us know. Next up, the Rocketeer, Dave. We will talk in the future. This is the Crawfordsville Peachcast. You know, Dave, we are on.
Oh, tell me, Dave.
Crawfordsvillepeachcast.podbean.com.
I love saying .podbean.com.
We are also on the Fork Media app. Like, share, and subscribe. Apple, Spotify, iHeart, YouTube, and Podbean. Until next time, America, I'm Dave Peach.
I'm Dave Meyer.
Thanks for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast.
Thank you for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast. If you enjoyed it, follow the podcast and ring the bell so that way you'll always be up to date with the newest episodes. We'll see you next time.